Good morning. It is about 6:30 in the morning right now. I'm going to be doing a different type of video today than I usually would have on my channel. As you know, I do mostly music related stuff, but another huge passion of mine is driving cars, and what I'm going to be doing this morning is attempting to take my 2012 Volkswagen Beetle up to the Angeles Forest. I'm sure if you have any idea who Matt Farah is, you've seen those roads, and I'm going to take it out there. I'm going to go for a nice drive and try to take all of you lovely people along with me. Like that, it's ready to go. As you can see, it's now daytime. It's about 30 minutes later, like I said, and we are here in the Angeles Forest. I just pulled it in. I have not done any real driving in this up it yet, and this is my first time driving the car, so you know, I want you to see my first reaction. Just a little bit getting in here. It's been amazing. But let's go. Oh yeah, this is gonna be nice. So I think I can do most of this road in third gear. Third gear will take you up pretty high. Oh yeah. Ooh, alright, let's see what we can. Back to third. So as I mentioned before, I bought this car about 2 weeks ago. Before this I owned a TDI A3. And that was fun. It handled amazing, of course, as Audis do, but it just did not have the power I was looking for. It had only 100 mil horsepower, and it was, you know, kind of boring. I got over it for sure. I mean, it was nice how much torque it had being a diesel, but this is way better. It has 180 horsepower. It was much more peppy, and it's lighter, and it's manual, of course. My Audi was a DSG. Not that I'm talking bad on a DSG, they're great. They work, you know, they obviously shift far faster than I could ever dream of shifting. But the engagement of a manual is just something, you know, you can't compare. It's really, really something special and something that I was looking for as I just downshift from 3 to 4. It's just, there's something different, you know. It's a lot more difficult in a good way. You really have to be a better driver and more attentive. Oh yeah, there we go, there's a corner. Oh, this is gonna be great. So the road I'm on right now is called Big Tahunga Canyon Road, and I'm gonna drive it up, and then I'm gonna get on the Angeles Forest Highway, and that takes you to Upper Big Tahunga Canyon Road. And Upper Big Tahunga Canyon Road, as you'll see here in a minute, is one of the best, I think in my opinion, the best road in California I've found so far. Oh yeah, that's good. I found it by watching Matt Farah, and he once mentioned that he was driving up here, and I just had to come check it out after seeing those beautiful roads in his videos. And let me tell you, it did not disappoint you. The reason why Upper Tahunga is better than all these other ones is because A, it's at the bottom of a ravine. large drop-offs or anything off the side. It's relatively safe in that regard. It doesn't have, it's a great tarmac. It's very, well-maintained, freshly paved, and it doesn't have any bumps or anything. This car likes to move around a little bit when you're not on power, but then as soon as you put some throttle on, the front will pull you straight because it is front-wheel drive. There's a little bit of traction control. Oh yeah, that grip though, not too shabby. Oh yeah, this road is amazing as the sun just peeks over the mountains, illuminating this beautiful landscape. And I am truly blessed to live here, have this in my backyard. Woohoo! Let's continue our drive. I love being out here in the early morning when there's nobody else out here. You have a whole road to yourself. It's like your own private racetrack. Alright, here we go now. Now I can finally see. So useful being able to see what's in front of you. So right to the top of third gear as we brake for this corner. Oh yeah, this is lovely. Just balancing that throttle through the corner. Oh yeah, this is good. This is extremely good. This car is probably one of the best purchases I've ever made. Hello, Ranger. I'm not speeding or nothing. My brakes, I have just stock brakes, stock pads, stock rotors. Should be enough around here. I'm not pushing the car super hard. I'm not doing braking from 160 mile an hour or anything like that. Oh yeah, this is fun. You can see me getting tossed about this car. Oh yeah. Bumps really well in the mid corner. Flat through that one. Wow. This car is definitely faster than my Audi. Much faster. Handles is much better. There's a bit of body lean in these corners, so maybe some coilovers would do something about that. Driven manual owned a car that was manual for these 2 weeks. It's my first manual stick shift car. I've driven manual a few other times prior in my life. My friends have had them and my cousin owned one. So I did already know, but I've learned so much in the past 2 weeks about driving a manual shift car. car. It's so fun. Yeah, this is a good time. Sounds so good. So this car has a 5-cylinder engine, which I know is shared across Volkswagen and Audi platform. Many people have it. I like it. And I think it sounds great. What I've definitely noticed about it is that at an idle, it's extremely smooth. You literally cannot feel this engine idling. I almost can't even hear it. It sounds like, sometimes it feels like you're in an electric car at a stop sign or stoplight. You're like, is the engine even on? And you have to look at the tach to see like, oh yeah, it actually is on. It's so smooth. You don't feel anything through the floorboards. I mean, when you're winding it out, you feel it, but at an idle, you don't feel anything through the floorboards. Amazing. The one, the only Mr. Matt Farah.
What's up?
He's out here in this beautiful F-Type, Type R.
2021.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And this is, well, this is where you would run into me because you, in fact, have run into me before.
Yeah, this is the second time. Yeah.
So,
actually,
if you were looking for me, this is probably a decent place to start.
Yeah, I was telling them about Upper Victor-Hunga Canyon Road. I wasn't sure if we were going to be out here because of the Bobcat fire. I thought that there might be a chance that, you know, that it might be shut down, but obviously it looks somewhat open.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty funny. I was out here in my previous Audi A3, which I had mentioned before, and I actually saw him, was a GTR? The AMG GTR, I think?
Maybe, yeah.
Or the GTS, the white one, convertible.
Oh, the convertible? No, that was an R, yeah.
It was an R, yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw him in that, and it was funny, we stopped, we just briefly had like a little, you know, interaction, like, hey, you're Matt Farah, kind of thing, and here we are running into again, what are the odds? So, yeah, man.
Pretty decent if you're up in
yeah, I guess that
if
it
you're
is.
in this exact spot, the odds are decent.
Yeah,
actually.
definitely.
I'm up here a couple of times a week.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
That's pretty awesome, man. I'm very jealous.
Why do you have a Beetle?
Honestly, man, I had that A3 that you saw me in last time, and it was the diesel, and I had the DSG, and it was fun, but I really wanted to drive manual. I've never owned a manual car in my life.
And that's what you came up with.
Well, I got an amazing deal on it.
Okay.
I paid $4,300 for it.
Yeah, that's called a flip and get it the hell out of here.
Maybe, yeah. I'm gonna hold on to it. It has 62,000 miles. I'm gonna hold on to it for a little bit.
It's obviously a collectible.
I guess. Maybe. I don't think so.
Yeah, all right. Cool.
But,
well, if it is stick and that was your goal.
Yeah, it's stick shift. It's 80 more horsepower.
All right.
And it's definitely, you know, it's roughly the same chassis as like the Golf.
Yeah,
so,
MQB.
Yeah, front engine, 5-cylinder.
It's not a 5-cylinder.
It is.
It's the 2.5.
It's the 2.5 5-cylinder. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
So yeah, it's been pretty fun. I've had it for about 2 weeks now, and I've just been. This is actually my first time bringing it up to the hills. I've basically just been kind of learning how to drive stick in the city and kind of get my bearings, and then I was like, got my downshifts down, so I was like, all right, I think I'm ready to.
I have a few videos on the topic.
That's exactly where I went when I was first like learning how to downshift. I had like driven stick on my friends' cars before, so I wasn't a complete noob, but definitely like any kind of power shifting or anything, you know, any sort of performance driving in a stick shift car, you're the man. I went and watched your video, and
yeah, well, you start with Senna, but he doesn't really explain what he's doing while he's doing it.
He's just like, you just do this real fast.
Well, you have to. I actually explain it. You just have to watch and take notes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I still have not quite gotten the heel toe downshift. It's very.
Well, it takes a long time. You have to do 2 things with 1 foot. So
yeah, well, I'm a drummer, so I might be able to get that.
You have a head start. But yeah, I mean, you know, the easiest way to learn it is to do it barefoot, because then you can actually use your toe.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, and also, like, I don't know how big your feet are. They look smaller than mine.
I'm 12.
Some people, Those are 12? Wow, you have like really little shoes. Like I wear a 12 and look at the size of my shoe.
I know the difference.
But yeah, like I use the left side and the right side of my foot.
Yeah.
Not my actual heel and toe.
I saw that in
But if
your
you don't
GTI.
have like wide feet,
Right.
like maybe you can't do that. But
Yeah.
there's not like a right way as long as the pedals get pressed.
Right.
So, you know, you just have to figure out how to make that one foot do two things, which if you're playing drums, shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, I'm probably able to get it
Should
down.
be able to figure it out.
Yeah, maybe with another 2 weeks of driving stick.
Yeah, I mean, and then you start doing. Well, I mean, look, I don't think I learned how to do heel towing until, I mean, years. I learned to drive stick when I was like 15, so I don't think I learned it until I was like 21 or something like that.
Wow.
You know, so.
Did you grow up around here?
No, New York.
Oh, okay.
I got to go to work.
Awesome.
Good talking to you.
I appreciate you taking the time.
Speed up.
I will, man.